Welcome to another episode of
These Are the Aesthetics.
I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. the ladies' favorite broadcaster, a.k.a. The fun guy, a.k.a. the curator of good times, man. That's it for today. Why you gave me that look, bro? I said fun guy, you gave me a look.
Fun guy plays a role into this episode. But I go by the name of Gary, a.k.a. In Gary Trust, a.k.a. Mr. Sneaker Convo, a.k.a. Yes, I do own a pair of pants. I've been told recently, nigga, you love show your legs on that little podcast, don't you?
I thought you was gonna start stripping at some point.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Leg and thigh. Mr. Chicken.
But I want to appreciate everybody that's been tuning into the show. It's been a while since it's just been the two of us up here.
That's true. And again, off top, shout outs to everyone that's been supporting the show.
Yes.
I know we've had some, quote unquote celebrity guests recently, but our impressions, our interactions, and just traffic on the page on all of our platforms has been going up. And we appreciate the support. We can't really do this without you guys.
Sure.
So thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think we almost did 500,000 like last month.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Y'all nosy as hell, man.
Yeah, that felt good. Whenever we get into our messy bag and we talking shit.
Oh, this is heaven for Cheech.
Oh no, this is my shit. I live for this.
But how are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I could be better. There's a few little personal things that I'm going through, but I'm working my way back where I need to be. My health is good. My family is good. Yeah, man. I just gotta. We just gotta make more money. Everything goes back to
that. That's always the answer to everything.
Whoever said money is not that. Money doesn't make you happy. I'm not saying money solves everything, but it helps. It helps handle a few things, keep things off your back, keep people away from you, create some peace and mental stability. So, yeah. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 6.5, 7.
6.5, 7.
6.5, 7.
Room for improvement. I understand.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I just had to ask a question because I'm gonna start a new series of like what's on Cheech's hoodie this week. What school did you go to this episode?
What school did you go to is crazy. No, I've had this hoodie for years. That's actually the hoodie that I used to shoot the top 10 items that we did on the other side of the studio. It just says Catholic University.
I understand.
I like a goofy hoodie with no meaning. Every time I wear this out, people are like, "Oh, are you Catholic? What is that?"
If it got a nice boxy fit to it, if it's a school, Cheech is on it.
Yeah, that shit is like a XXX, but it's kind of cropped. It's kind of it's boxy. It keeps me warm, and again, y'all know me when I'm not trying to overdo it. I'm trying to grab and go. I always throw a hoodie on. That's like the safe fit for me.
I understand. I see you got the breads on. I almost put those on today. And so Cheech like saw me today, and like when someone wants to give you a compliment, but they immediately just throw it away because it's like I remember what you said. Because like Cheech has a vendetta against me every time I wear a pair of Air Forces. Because I understand I'm still standing by that I'm not an Air Force One guy. I have a couple of pairs. And when I said that, then she's like, well, just say you don't wear Air Forces at all. Who don't wear Air Forces? Ah. So when he saw me, I had to literally freaking damn near give him freaking like CPR.
Nah, because Gary is phony. For the people that don't know, Gary is phony. And he's giving you guys the redacted version of this. For the longest, Gary have said, I don't wear Forces. I don't have any in my collection. I don't think, I don't believe in the hype behind Forces, but, the West Indies drop, he's getting them. Travis Scott drop, he's getting them. The Undefeateds drop, he's getting them. So he will get the staple pieces or the hyped sneakers, and then just claim, oh, no, I mean, it's a collectible. I like it. What?
It's a collab.
It's a collab. So I'm like, I'm the type of person, if I say I hate blue, I can't turn around and be like, but it's indigo, but it's baby blue. Like, you know, it's just, if you hate blue, you hate blue. You know.
Well, I would say is not to drag this topic out, but I am human. I am allowed to change my mind. That's one. But I also would say is like, I was watching Superbad the other day, and I'm like, you know that scene where it's like they're like the high school is trying to sneak into like the party, or like older people party. That's where we're at now. We're literally at that party where it's like, damn, there's some probably high schoolers all probably try their best to sneak in to get liquor, but the party that they're going to is a party that we're throwing.
That's true.
Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Nah, even now, bro, I see younger, like the younger crowd at the brunches now. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a weird. It's like I'm a proud parent in a sense. It's a weird feeling because it's like, I know you're not old enough to drink, but I understand because it's like I did the same shit a couple years back, so I know the thrill of, you know, getting a new pair of J's, making plans for the weekend, and, you know, getting good grades and getting that approval to rush out the door and go chill with your friends. So, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, we all get our turn going up the elevator. For sure.
For sure. But
that's what it is.
But speaking of movies, I actually watched a movie over the weekend. Saw some older movies too, but one movie that stuck out, everybody was promoting, so I've been on my timeline, was the newest Spike Lee movie, Highest to Lowest. I know you haven't seen the movie as of yet.
I did not bother to check it out yet. No,
but I took the time. Me and Gael got our popcorn ready to sit down and watch the movie. So it is a Spike Lee movie starring Denzel, Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright definitely has been one of my favorite actors as of recent, even though he has a great career. And A$AP Rocky's in it as well. Quick review. I know Cheech hasn't watched it. It's a okay movie, but it's a bad Denzel movie, if that makes any sense.
I don't even think it's a Denzel movie. I think it was a Spike Lee favor call. Like, yo, D, like, could you put some eyes on this for me? I'll just go get Rocky, who's damn near married to Rihanna, and we'll sell this to a studio. I think like my overall, like, I do love like the semi meaning of it. It talks about like friendship, fatherhood. I get all that, but I think my main gripe is it just felt like a cliche Spike Lee movie. What was the movie about? Give us a brief synopsis.
As a Spike Lee movie, there's a lot of shit going on, but like if I had to kind of sum it up, it's pretty much like a music mogul. Like spoiler alert if I do spoil anything, but it's about like a music mogul. He's kind of in a point of his career where it's like he's deciding if he should either sell his record label or like kind of like elevate it and like continue it. And then like as he's thinking about kind of like elevating the brand or just revamping it, some issue comes in, like a ransom, like someone like kidnaps like his son. And then like there's a lot of shit that goes into it as far as like there's making music, there's ransom. I can talk about it more, but I feel like I'm just giving away too much of the movie. But as I'm saying is, it's like my issue with this movie is it just feels like an expensive Tubi movie, if I'm being honest. Mm-hmm. It just felt a little too Spike Lee-ish. You're going to get the same camera sequences. Of course, it's a Spike Lee movie. It always talks about the meshing of brown and black people. There's always going to be a black man and a Puerto Rican movie in every Spike Lee movie.
Of course.
Of course. But it's a very good like visual, but like how I would say is like I don't know if I would run back to it, but it definitely could have been better. And the last critique I have we need to take a break from 2-hour movies, because this shit was 2 hours and 15 minutes long, and it easily could have been an hour 30.
Yeah. The only thing I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna shit on this movie because it's a predominantly black cast.
Yes,
I'm not gonna be that guy, but again, I do think this was Spike Lee's Denzel favor, one of the Denzel favors.
Yeah.
And they're friends actually in real life, so it was not surprising that Denzel showed up for him. New York, I get it. The only thing though, I just want our legacy acts to act like legacy acts. Like Denzel, you have nothing to prove to us. Spike Lee, you done produced some of the most classic shit in black cinema history and cinema history, period. So I think right now, clearly Denzel's focus is the stage, you know, and working on plays and doing theater. And Spike Lee, if your passion now is to age and go to New York Knicks games with your wife and talk shit on the sideline, do that. You've earned that right. You're rich. Enjoy your the fruits of your labor and just have fun. I just want, at a certain point, for our artists and especially our legacy acts to just do passion projects. Like, I don't want for this to feel like, oh, I went and got Rocky and Denzel to sell this. I want this to be like, this is something that as a young actor I always wanted to be a part of. Now I got a chance to put my money behind this project, and this is an independent film, and it's gonna feel like that. Like, I don't need to be in all theaters. I just want my core audience to come out and support this.
Oh, for sure. And that's who literally watched the movie, was Spike Lee supporters. Because one thing I will say that this movie showed pretty well, if you're from New York, you're going to love this movie because it's a heavily dominated New York movie. Like, you can tell, like, they spent a lot of money to block off certain popular areas in New York City. So, like, I would say that, like, the effort was there, but it's like the acting wasn't really amazing. Like, Jeffrey Wright did good. Denzel is, like, I felt like was on autopilot. Like, seeing this Denzel and then seeing Denzel in Gladiator 2, it's like, it's different feelings of a movie.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell, like, Denzel's acting like this is his first movie in Gladiator, and this one was, like, definitely a favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Still acting good. It's just
So it was not a blockbuster.
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Not at all.
And
straight to DVD movie.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do feel some type of way. There's certain places that could do it right. Like, I'm accustomed to seeing a Netflix movie, right? I'm just now getting used to watching cool shows on Apple TV, and I think this was on Apple, right?
Yeah.
So it's like to have a Denzel, because they tried it with the Will Smith Emancipation movie. That did not work
Smith
well
TV
for me.
show. Yeah.
You know, Apple, one step at a time.
They got some shit.
They do got some shit. It's just will us in. Like, I know you want the black audience. You're gonna get us, but just spoon feed us first.
They're
like,
looking for something first.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I know what I can expect from BET. I'm gonna see 30 Madea movies throughout the day. I'm already equipped, and I'm conditioned to accept it. You feel me? When I go to Paramount, I know what to expect. I go HBO Max, I know what to expect. Apple, take it easy, bro. You done had a cool couple of shows. Lube it up first, bro. Let's not just
don't worry.
Go all the way in.
They will get their Bel Air type show eventually. But as far as like with the white TV shows, they got it wrong.
No, they got it on lock.
They got the studio. Seth Rogen is damn near becoming the Netflix version of Adam Sandler. What Adam Sandler is to Netflix. Like, Seth Rogen got two, like Platonic, the studio. Then he got Ted Lasso, and like they got some shit over there.
They got some heat over there. Again, I will see this movie eventually when I'm bored or when somebody I care about that I'm hanging out with wants to see it, because that's usually how it happens.
Usually something with curly hair that's off.
Yo, I have guy friends. I hang out with guys too, so I hate that narrative. But yeah, I guess. But you didn't give me a number on how you feeling today. You didn't put a number.
Oh, I didn't give a number. Oh, I'm saying I'm a good. I'm gonna say 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
Let me briefly. So I know you're not a big football guy, but the NFL season has started. I've caught a couple of games. The most recent one, I watched the Buffalo game a few days ago. Like, I love the reason. I love the way that the competitiveness is coming back to football. I love how the NFL is putting their dick on the table. Now they taking that shit global. Like, I think that game was in fucking Brazil or something. So they taking that shit international now. And another thing that I'm applauding that was super fly, that's been a trend in the league lately, is I've been seeing the rise in the consistency of teams trusting black quarterbacks to lead. Yeah. So I love to see that, because at a certain point in time, they didn't think we could handle the quarterback position because it required critical thinking and, you know, being quick on your feet and all that. So love to see it.
Speaking of quarterbacks, like, as you guys know my true feelings about the NFL. But one game in, it just reminds me, bro, the NFL is just like, y'all phony, bro. Because, like, the fact that Tua is still playing football blows my fucking mind.
It's his choice.
Fam. Because, like, I understand it's his choice, but I hate the football fans that tell me that, oh, bro, it's normal how he be, like, how, like, his reactions when he gets hit. Fam, if the nigga's eyes is falling out his fucking head, if he's throwing up gang signs every time he's on the fucking floor, I don't think he's supposed to be playing fucking football. That's just me.
Like, we gotta do the research and figure out who Tua owes to, bro. Is this nigga? Does he owe the cartel? Like,
this damn near look like slavery about.
As he gone broke, like, because people play for different reasons. Yeah. There's niggas that play, because they trying to make a statement and be the best to ever do it. There's niggas that do it to get enough money to get the attention of the bitches, and there's niggas that do it to take care of their family because they treat it like a real job. We don't know. Tua might have a couple family that are taken for ransom and he has to keep playing ball to keep paying. We don't know. But I do notice what you're saying. It's unfortunate.
I can't watch that. I can't watch that on my screen, bro. I can't.
Yeah, but it's a gladiator sport, and the owners, how they looking at the people playing that sport. They don't really look at us as humans.
And also, like, as far as with sports, like, I see how, like, football, like you said, is taking like an extra step where it's like, hey, we're literally gonna be global. I feel like the NBA, like the game that I love, is taking a step back. Like a whole like press conference of like Adam Silver talked about like, yeah, well, we're not gonna be going on like every streaming platform still, but basketball is more of a highlight sport.
It's not a highlight sport.
Nigga, I would love to watch Trae Young versus John Morant because I know that's not going to be on primetime TV. Yeah. I'm sorry, but every fucking game that's on like an actual television network, is if it doesn't involve Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, that's the only thing I'm going to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's just how it is. The big markets are gonna be televised,
and they're getting rid of all the freaking platforms that illegally stream basketball games.
Well, allegedly. Don't get us flagged. Allegedly.
Well, so I've heard.
Yes, we do our research here. We're journalists.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right, don't start.
What I love about this story, I brought this topic up because this is one of those stories where it's like, it's such a big deal, but like the NBA society is trying to dumb it down as possible because of like who's like most at fault.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. So
big business at play.
Yes. So if you guys didn't know, Kawhi Leonard's name and the Clippers have been in a lot of headlines in the past couple of days. If you guys didn't know that there is a reporter named Pablo Torre, he broke a story saying that apparently there's like a company, like $1 billion celebrity tree brokerage named Aspiration was like in headlines because apparently like the company is like been going like bankrupt. So obviously when a company's going bankrupt, they got to do a lot of audits. There's a lot of eyes on the company. Like, hey, what went wrong? Let's see the paperwork and everything. Mm-hmm. And as they're looking at all of the pretty much all like the creditors under like the over the industry. If you guys don't know, like especially like the Aspiration, the company, it's like for like trees and landscaping. Pretty much, it's like a celebrity like funded like company. I know that Drake has been a part of it. Robert Downey Jr. and you have Doc Rivers, who was actually used to be the head coach of the Clippers. And as they're looking at some paperwork.
Paperwork is gonna be the common theme of this episode.
Oh, for sure. As they're looking at some paperwork, there is a creditor under all the creditors named KL2 Aspire LLC. And as they looking at the credentials of everything that's going on through that company, they realize that there's $28 million. Kind of like there's like a manager under this name as well. There's $20 million that's kind of like missing and it's going to somebody or it's owed to somebody. They realize, in
business term, is being allocated to somebody.
It's being allocated to somebody with no promotion. No promotion, but he has a title. There's manager, associate, Kawhi Leonard. Magically, the thing is named KL2. What is Kawhi Leonard's number on his jersey? Number 2.
Number 2.
So obviously, they did some they pieced the puzzle together,
which was not that hard to do.
So they see that if this company went bankrupt, and obviously there's some people who work for the company who don't have a job no more, they could be like, yeah, I don't know where this $28 million is going to, and I don't know why Kawhi's name is on there because he don't do shit over here.
True.
So and they see that as
even a bigger question: why are we paying this guy?
Exactly, with zero promotion. So he's owed $28 million. He only had $7 million left. Kawhi got signed to the Clippers in 2019, and everybody was kind of confused as you know, in that year he won with the Toronto Raptors. And that was the first time ever anybody has won an NBA championship, won Finals MVP, and just left the year after. So obviously it's the off season. Niggas got time on their hands, so they want to do some investigating. They're like, oh, okay. So you were getting, obviously you got your max contract, and you're getting some money on the side.
An incentive. But here's where it gets a little more muddy. Who is part owner of this company? Steve Ballmer. Who owns what? The Clippers. He owns 3%. This is very strategic, by the way. He owns 3%. But apparently, if Kawhi is getting money and on the same team, apparently if Steve Ballmer owned over 5%, it would have been a federal crime. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, everyone's looking at Steve Ballmer like, hey, did you have any idea about this? The billionaire that's worth $155 billion apparently does not know how he gets his money. I mean, it's white collar crime, bro. I mean, look, when I found out how much Trump paid in taxes years ago, I'm like, okay, if the president is paying pennies, in taxes, there's no hopes. I mean, look, America is run and funded by big business, big corporations. They all look out for each other. They all know the secret tax codes. They all hire, the accountants to cook the books or to figure out the federal loopholes to not pay certain taxes and to do certain things. I mean, they all do it. Every athlete has a foundation.
Yes.
That's a legal way to clean money. That's what it is.
But
at least you're doing something for the community. You're giving away backpack once a year. You gave away 12 turkeys. Okay, cool. And then you wash away $2 million. Fam, come on. Stop pissing on me and telling me it's raining.
But here's the issue now.
They're all guilty. Diplomatic cheese is back. Fuck it. Let's
yes,
stop.
I can clearly see that. All I'm saying is that Kawhi Leonard, if you are a manager of this company, you don't post them. I'm pretty sure you don't even fucking follow them on Instagram. But you're getting $28 million. Yes, it's going to look like Steve Ballmer is cleaning money just to give you some extra money just so you can come to the Clippers. That's what it looks like.
I would do the same thing. Hey, shut the fuck up. Play for me and get an extra $28 million, $7 million a year? Yes.
I completely understand that, but it's not legal. And the reason why it's
it's not legal to who?
Let me get my take. The reason why it's fucked up is because, bro, I don't know if you realize the NBA has a second apron of a salary cap you cannot spend because of Steve Ballmer. They're trying to make it. Honestly, the NBA is trying to make it as fair as possible for the rest of the teams because it's I understand Steve Ballmer, you're worth $155 billion. We're trying our best to make sure the Clippers don't look like freaking 2012, 2011 Real Madrid. So it's I understand you have the money to do it, but it's generally not fair. That's what I'm saying.
Gary, I'm gonna end it with this, right? On my end, life ain't fair. The niggas with money are gonna want more money because part of what is being an American is being greedy for more, wanting more, starting with nothing and ending with everything. And another thing, more importantly, I learned this, I want to say years ago in Bible study. One of the dudes that was teaching the Bible study class once made a great point, and he taught me something. He was like, yo, even God is not fair. God is just. Because
be careful
the root word for the word justice is just. God believes in justice. The God I believe in. I'm not forcing my religion on anybody, but I'm just saying. So life ain't fair. You're not going to get your fair share. You're going to have to scam. You're going to have to do some paperwork. You're going to have to look the other way. They all do it. The reason why nobody is in an uproar because everybody probably has a little company like this under the umbrella. As soon as one person point their finger, up, what is company AOL 463? The whole bullshit is gone. They hang out together. They hang out together. They party together. They talk business together. They get on the phone together. They play golf together. These are people that are moving in a way where it's big business. So this is nothing new.
I understand it's nothing new. All I'm saying is that
it's not right.
It's not right. And this is going to be an ongoing thing on this episode where it's like, we need to keep the same energy. Because like with Steve Ballmer, and you know what my issue is? Everybody that has the loudest voices in the NBA are quiet as a mouse.
Of course.
Because Steve Ballmer is the richest person in the NBA, obviously. Stephen A. Smith brought it up on First Take yesterday. And he says, what the softest voice he could have. Oh, Steve Ballmer, he's an NBA darling. Mm-hmm. I was with him last night.
Of course.
He said he had no idea about where these funds are going, and these are all scammers, this and that. Then Rob Parker on FS1. Keep in mind, if this was about LeBron James
or Kyrie,
they would be burying them. He is taking money. They're being unfair, this and that. So I really want to know Adam Silver, because the biggest thing that Adam Silver did in his career was fire Donald Sterling, who was in charge of the Clippers, and gave the team, sold the team to Steve Ballmer. Now Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is now kind of in a hot pickle now, where it's like, what are you going to do? Because, and the owners association have to at some way, shape, or form, they kind of have to punish him for being caught at least.
All right, so I did say I was going to say one last thing, but I'm going to end it with this. Is Adam Silver the owner of the NBA?
He's the NBA commissioner.
He's the commissioner. That means he has a job.
Yes.
That he gets bonuses for doing a good job. That he gets paid for. He has incentive to do a good job.
Yes.
So guess what? That money comes from somewhere. So the more people you go around the league pissing off, guess what? This is your last year being commissioner. You too nosy. You have to. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Sometimes you have to play nice with people. Sometimes you have to turn the other eye. Again, it's not right, but it's big business at play. And again, they're not gonna tear down the whole system by exposing a weak link.
Yeah, I think it's just my main issue with this whole thing is that it just shows how dumb people are that think that you think these NBA players really take pay cuts.
Oh no, they don't.
Do you really think that people give billionaires a discount?
No.
So when you're talking about a pay cut, are you? And obviously, and I have one last messy question for you as well. Obviously, with the Kawhi Leonard situation, do you think this is the last time this is going to be brought up?
No.
This is going to be the only team? Because there's a rumor that, hey, I'm pretty sure Kawhi Leonard is not the only one that's getting money outside the NBA. So they're probably going to look into, Jalen Brunson, who famously took a $40 million pay cut.
Of course. And
do you think it's going to stop there?
Again, I love LeBron, but there's talks of him being an owner of a team by the time he retires.
Yeah.
This man literally... You know when I know LeBron put his dick on the table? When he literally said, I would like to play with my son, and the Lakers made it happen.
Yeah.
That's not part of your contract. We don't have to give a fuck about your lineage and your family history. But
and then Luka Doncic magically goes to the Lakers.
When you are in a position of power, you have the leverage and you can negotiate. They make shit move for you. That's it. All these players, when they go show their face in China, it's part of the contract. When they have to do media, there's things that you have to do that's part of the gig. And all these things generate revenue because they don't take a loss in anything that they do.
And one last question I have for you. If you're Pablo Torre, are you getting witness protection?
1,000%. 1,000%. Because they're going to find your face shoved in that fucking computer. Yeah. There's certain things I don't even do.
That's snitch of the year, by the way. That's snitch of the year. I know that this snitch title been going everywhere. Pablo Torre is snitch of the year.
Mind your business.
Yeah, what's next on the docket?
If you want a job with the NBA, say that. Don't fucking go poke the bear, bro. What's next? Boxing. We should have talked about the Tank subject last episode. We didn't get a chance to. News came out that Gervonta Davis, a.k.a. Tank, signed up to fight Jake Paul. Mm-hmm. Caused a huge rift in the boxing community. You have the boxing purist saying it cheapens the sport. What the fuck are they doing? He's not even a real boxer. Why is, Tank giving him a shot? Why is he not fighting someone of his caliber, his weight size? all this hurts the sport and da-da-da-da-da. Then you have the other side of people saying, yo, this man is damn near getting ready to retire. Yeah. We don't know what he's going through, his financial situation. If he wants to fight a person for $100 million, I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, before I give my take on the situation, I would like to start with you. Again, we're just casual. I'm assuming we're casual baseball watchers.
Boxing.
I mean, baseball. What the fuck? Obviously, we're casual boxing watchers, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the situation? Like, how do you view this? Do you feel like he's hurting the sport because he's technically the biggest draw right now in boxing? Or do you feel like he has to do the best thing for himself and his family and for his legacy?
Well, because I'm a Tank Davis fan, and I have been seeing like that he has been going in multiple interviews saying that he is trying to retire from boxing, which I understand because he's seeing like the mental and physical damage it's doing to himself, and he says like, hey, I want to be coherent when I'm raising my kids, which I absolutely get it. And so when he said that, I'm like, oh, I can see him like probably just like going out with a bang later. So, and as I can see that like Jake Paul and like him and his like the Jake Paul and Tank Davis fight is officially on a card now for I believe it's an exhibition match, because obviously they're two completely different weight classes. That's why I'm actually more interested, and I really want to see someone knock the fuck out of Jake Paul at this point because of the fact that I respect Jake Paul as a boxer, because even though I think half of his fights, not saying they're staged, but I can definitely see a clause here and there. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And really why I think like why people are hating on this as well, especially other boxers, is like, you're just mad they didn't choose you. Tank Davis is entertaining. That's what it is. He's the bigger name. He's one of the biggest names in sports right now.
And Jake Paul actually is a decent fighter. I'm not going to come over here and shit on him and act like he doesn't know what he's doing. He has proven himself. He hasn't proven himself enough to be in the ring with Tank, you feel me, as a pro on that caliber, but he does his job and he put in his 10,000 hours. Now, my personal opinion is, for the people talking shit, I don't think any of y'all have ever seen $100 million. Number two, boxing is it's a gladiator sport. It's very demanding on the body, on the mind. It takes intense training. And it puts you in a zone where you connected to that and that only. And again, Tank is a family man. He's a businessman. He's a brand. I'm pretty sure boxing is not his life 24/7. He got other things to worry about. And also, like, athletes are people. They have families. They want to travel. They want to, explore other things. And like you mentioned, he would like to be coherent when he does that. Again, we've watched too many boxers that get paralyzed from one blow. Some have even died in the ring. So, again, if someone makes a personal decision to go out on a high and retire and collect their paycheck and walk away from the sport with their title and their stats, Floyd did it. Again, we might not agree when a grown ass man want to do something, but again, that's what makes them a grown ass man. Yeah. So again, I just feel like it's his personal decision to make. Does it cheapen the sport? Yes. Could he picked somebody more qualified to fight him? Yes. But if I'm going out, I'm gonna pick the easiest target. Why would I make my job? Who wakes up and says, I want my job to be hard? I want to go to work and have the hardest day, and I want to solve the toughest issues today. No one.
Well, I will say I don't think if it's a real fight, because that's my main caveat with this fight.
I don't think it's gonna be a real fight.
That's what I want. If it's a real fight, it's a good fight.
It's gonna be an entertaining fight
if it's a real fight.
But no, I don't think there's gonna be any knockouts. I think it's gonna be very strategic. I think they're probably talking with each other behind the scenes to set the boundaries and the rules for this. I mean, again, I think he's in a different space in his life. Again, we don't know people's mental health. Again, just because he's the face of boxing. Do you know how much pressure that comes with? We see how much LeBron gets attacked every day on ESPN. Yeah. So it's like, do you know how much pressure he's under to even continue and keep doing this at a high level? So, and keep putting his body through that. So yeah, I respect it, man. Get your money, black man. take care of yourself, and sell off in the sunset. I'm with it.
He's done enough for me.
Yeah. Let's easily breeze through Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is rumored to be fighting Floyd. That one I don't like because
that's a mockery.
that is buffoonery. That's blasphemy. We could call it a bunch of E's. I'm not feeling that one. But again, I would like for Mike Tyson to not only retire as a legend, but to be able to feed himself and his family. He has came out and said that he suffered from addiction and, you know, blew a lot of his money on drugs and other shit. Again, I don't know why grown men decide to wake up and make certain decisions. I'm not going to sit on the sideline as a nigga that can barely throw a punch and judge these niggas. So, again, get your money. I'm going to buy the fight or I'm going to watch it.
And that's not getting
somewhere
a dollar out of my pocket.
But I'm just going to watch it just to potentially tell my kids one day I saw Mike Tyson fight. It's really nothing more, nothing less. And I've personally never seen Floyd fight personally. I've seen him fight a couple of times on TV, so cool. If I get to watch it on TV around a bunch of drunk people, cool. If I get to get lucky and get a few tickets to go watch it in person, dope. But yeah, man, everything has been a money grab, so get your money.
I just have one question for Mike Tyson. Do you need some money?
Obviously, there's no way a 60-year-old man would sign himself up to go through that intense conditioning to be in shape enough to go 12 rounds. Pause.
I never seen a nigga so desperate for CTE, bro. Like, bro, chill, relax.
I mean, Mike Tyson still ain't no chump at his age. Like,
man,
he's not the average.
Years old.
He's not the average 60-year-old.
I don't want to see this nigga in the ring, bro. Get off my TV.
I get it. But again, he might need the bread. What do you say to that?
Get off my TV, bro.
He's trying to. He was selling weed. He had a podcast. I don't know how much these things are making him financially. So
well, what I would say is boxing is in an interesting spot because you have like top tier fights everyone wants to see, like the upcoming Canelo and Crawford fight. Then you have like the mild exhibition matches where it's like I see it's more entertainment, but I'll still watch it, like the Tank and Jake Paul fight. Then you have the absolute mockery of the sport, which is Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson. And we didn't even speak about Floyd, but we know that Floyd, as long as there's a dollar sign, he's doing it.
Of course. and low key, and it's not the shit on boxing. UFC has been stealing my heart anyway lately. I don't be knowing who the fuck be fighting, but it's intense. It's brutal. It's what boxing used to feel like, and I'm on that side now. Like, boxing is, to me, is becoming like a fucking nostalgic sport, you know?
Sorry, so we gotta get to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, we only got like 20 minutes left. Shit.
All right, let's talk about Jeffrey.
We got the wrong Jeffrey files, by the way.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Epstein files. We're talking about Young Thug.
So, if you guys don't know, Young Thug, a lot of the leaks have come out when he was in jail. That's what literally sparked the response video, the interview with Bank, but it really started from the leaks. That's why we really got a Thug interview.
That's true.
So pretty much with Young Thug, a lot of jail calls is like he was pretty much, this man was on the phone every day, multiple people. It's very obvious.
Gossiping, pillow talking.
And these calls, I wouldn't even say they're getting leaked. They're just, at this point, they're just getting put out gracefully.
Yeah.
So some highlights that I've realized with some of these leaks, as far as with he's talking.
This man Gary took notes. I like it.
Just saying is like, as far as he's talking about the contract with Lil Baby, his relationship with P, that like he wishes that he signed Lil Baby and P went behind Lil Baby's back. He called Glorilla ugly. He said that like Drake is soft. He said Gucci is soft too. Gucci is soft. Let's see, like another one.
Admitted that he cheated on Mariah the Scientist.
He wants to put a baby in multiple women. The woman that actually fought Mariah the Scientist, he told her, I want to get her pregnant. There's actually another one. He calls Future a buster and a deadbeat father. So, what are your reactions? There's obviously a lot more. They're still coming out, probably more after this episode.
For sure.
But what are your thoughts on the
leaks? He also kind of shitted on Andre 3000?
Yes. He didn't put on nobody, even though he's part of the Dungeon family that put on Atlanta. But yeah, continue.
I think Thug was alone. He was in his head. He was sad, angry, frankly, hallucinating, possibly.
Yeah.
And I think he had a lot of time in his hands. He's facing a life sentence in jail. And I think he was just gossiping away, pillow talking to his girl. Because at a certain point, and we later going to discuss the bank interview, there's only so many people he could talk to without getting him in trouble or getting him wrapped up in what he was facing. So I think Thug is just doing what you do with your girl, but he took it to the 10th power. Like, he's telling his girl shit that she has no business knowing, especially when she's in the industry and she has to see these people, work with these people, and potentially, do a show with these people or be in the same room as these people. So I think it was funny. A lot of them were funny. I could tell when somebody means well and when they don't. And yeah, I think that was his desperate attempt to stay close to reality, to feel connected to something, and to keep his mental health on point.
No,
to not lose his shit. So again, at first niggas were saying like, Young Thug is on there snitching. He's saying this, he's saying that. Young Thug did not incriminate anybody on any of these phone calls.
No, he did not.
He was gossiping, he was pillow talking, and he was doing shit that a man is not supposed to do. But at the same time, none of us is facing what the fuck Thug was facing. So yeah, again, I don't know. I felt bad for the guy. I
hear you. As far as like with the leaks, I completely understand like Thug's perspective on like why he was like being a chatty patty.
Yes.
Because it's like, this is like literally coming from like talking about Thug. This is coming from a man that's literally facing life. Like, as he's on these phone calls, he's probably had in the back of his mind that, I might not see the light of day ever again.
And I'm here 24 hours a day.
Yeah, so all the people I'm talking about, I'm probably not even going to have physical access to them ever again. Correct. So he's just telling away. I do think the one thing, there's two major things that was extremely out of pocket. Even though I understand that you're like giving, like, anyone who gives you attention, you're going to give them like the full version of yourself. I understand that, but you can't tell the woman that fought your girlfriend, you want to put a baby in her. I understand that you bored, yeah, but it's like that's completely out of line.
That was a little crazy.
The second part now is that like, I don't think it was smart. Keep in mind when like, thankfully, like, I've never been behind a janitor and put on an orange suit. Thankfully, knock on wood. But when you're on a jail call, literally when the call starts, it says, "This is being recorded."
Yeah, of course.
I don't think it's smart to have conversations with people about multi-million-dollar contracts, because Thug, you're a millionaire in a jail cell. If any calls they listen to, it's gonna be yours.
Of course.
So I don't think it's smart.
High-profile case.
I don't think it's smart for you to bring it up like Lil Baby's like money business, it's contract business over the call. That's about it. Sure. Everything else I completely understand. Now, after the leaks, we got a so-called leaked song and a first ever leaked music video, by the way.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Called what's the name of the song? It's called the Closing Arguments.
Closing Arguments.
I
didn't believe it. I thought it was AI for a second, and I don't know, the song is hard.
That shit fire as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
The vocals were kind of off to me, and the video kind of looks old.
You know why I don't think the vocals was off? Is because that's Thug coherent, not on drugs. Oh. That's probably his actual voice.
But yeah, I mean the song, the song literally came right after the tape. Gunna a rat, this a rat,
Whoopty a rat. Nigga said, "Fuck Obama, not our past president, but like another past friend named Obama." So he's really just saying fuck everybody on that song. And you know what pissed me off with that song too? It's like, damn, that's what a Wheezy beat sound like. That's what a Taurus beat sound like. That's what Gunna walked away from, unfortunately. That's the one that hurt the most. Is like, damn, I forgot Wheezy out here. He one of them ones. That boy good.
That nigga hard. It's like not having Southside. Like Gunna loves Southside too. It's tough.
Possibly Metro. All offense, maybe.
Yeah.
But then after the music came out, we get the Big Bank interview with Young Thug.
Well, we get the announcement of the Big Bang interview that was supposed to come out on Monday.
Yes, that is true.
And, the pressure was so much. And memes started coming out.
Leaks come out.
Everybody kind of like took all the calls and made them into TikTok videos and shit.
My favorite one. Man, watch out.
Man, watch out.
and my second one.
The laugh and all that shit. So I think the pressure got so much in the street. He heard the streets. He was like, you know what, Bank? He literally made a post. He said, Bank, fuck that. Drop that shit right now.
And honestly, like, if we're trying to give some grace, like, one thing he mentioned in the interview I kind of felt really bad for is, like, he really hates the fact that these jail calls are getting leaked because it's just bringing back traumatizing memories from when he was in jail.
Yeah,
which is completely understandable, even though we're laughing at it. But I do understand where he's coming from.
But I love the fact that he gave a fellow Atlanta OG that interview. Although I would love for him to go sit with Ebro or Breakfast Club or even at the Joe Budden podcast.
That was the right person to sit with.
But it was the right person to talk.
For him,
a former street nigga that that is no longer living that lifestyle. He's in media now. And somebody that you kind of grew up listening to their music, resonating with, and a family friend or just a big brother. I think that was dope.
Bro, we actually missed out the major leak of it all. Thug's interrogation audio. That was the main leak.
I heard the interrogation was 2 hours. I did not want to volunteer 2 hours of my day.
I understand. To
sort through interrogation and figure out if he was snitching or not. But yeah, anyway, the interview was the highlight of the weekend.
Yes.
And I didn't finish watching the interview, to be honest, until earlier today.
Okay.
I'll let you start first because we have conflicting views on this. Yes. And whenever me and Gary go back and forth on the phone, a classic pod is on the way. So I can't wait to let you get your shit off so I can give you my perspective on, the whole situation.
And keep in mind, we're like, me and Cheech are literally shouting at each other before Gael was
1,000%.
like, is everything okay? What did Cheech do this time?
What does Cheech do this time? So you be pillow talking to Gael about me. To the point where my best friend calls me Big U Cheech.
Yes. The Cheech became a street to go overnight up there. So, like, with the interrogation video, obviously it's 2 hours. I didn't watch the full interrogation video, but I saw the main highlights of Young Thug in interrogation room. Not even allegedly, because he admitted that it was him in the interrogation room with no lawyer for over 2 hours. And in the interrogation video, one of the moments that caught everyone's attention was that he's saying that he mentioned one of his friends, one of the members in YSL, or previously was in YSL, a guy named Roscoe. Mm-hmm. And he, apparently, like, the police were asking him, hey, do you have any information on, like, Roscoe that shut up the bus? Keep in mind, Roscoe's already did his time or was serving time for the crime. But then Thug proceeded to say, oh, Roscoe didn't shoot up Wayne's bus. He was selling him. He was serving Lil Wayne. So even though he was trying his best to, like, stick up for his friend Roscoe, he's still dry snitching at the same time. So that was one moment. Mm-hmm. Then there's another moment of Thug saying to, I guess, one of the women that was in the interrogation room, say, hey, if you need anything, just let me know. Don't tell the world, though. Just take my number down.
All right. So
that was the moments of the interrogation which led to...
Can I say something? Pause. Let's stop right there. I got clarity on that moment. He said, since he got in the room, he was flirting with the lady to throw the prosecutors off. So since he got in the room, he was flirting with her. He was going back and forth, being flirtatious. And towards the end, she was the last person to leave the room. That's where that phrase came from. Like, yo, take my number down. If you need anything, I got you. Like, da-da-da-da. Okay. It still looks bad.
Do you believe that?
I believe that because I feel like if you're going to take the position as we were selling Wayne weed and not shooting... Even if that's considered dry snitching, it's still a lesser charge to sell weed than to shoot up a fucking a tour bus.
Even though he could just say, "Oh, him and they just be chilling, they be hanging out."
He could have said that. He could have said that, but he didn't. That's fine. But the second thing is, I think whoever leaked those calls or that interrogation video is very strategic, because they knew the average person. We live in a world where we go off the clickbait. We hear the 15-second clip of him saying, "Take my number down. You can ask me whatever you want." Nobody's gonna go back and fucking pinpoint where that was in the 2-hour long interrogation.
And apparently these are getting released through like a Gunna fan page as well.
Yeah, so it's like he's not in a favorable position, and especially when you got a guy like Gunna that's being quiet throughout the whole thing, it makes Thug look a certain way. Before the interview, I did think that the leaks and the calls were making him look horrible.
Exactly.
But I got more clarity with the interview. So now,
course.
how did you feel about the interview?
All right, then my opinion on the interview, and I have to address this. We are not street niggas. At least me, I'm not a street nigga.
No, I'm not a street nigga either. I have a regular 9-to-5.
I have a regular 9-to-5.
I'm
Believe
a
it or
podcaster.
not. Turn these niggas to a podcast.
We do media.
We do media.
We don't do gangs. We don't do gang-related shit.
I do not gang bang.
I do not gang bang.
So my opinion on like the interview is like, I thought it was a really good watch. I think this is hands down probably my favorite interview with a rapper since when DMX went on Drink Champs.
Very unfiltered, unscripted.
Yeah. Like this moment of like, I guess like a requested interview it held up like right there when Drake did the first interview after the Pusha T beef. That's where it was for me. Really good interview. Now I love how Bank literally talked about like Thug's childhood, and it really gave us like a psyche on how a young Thug thinks and why he's like this, like the man he is today, and how he viewed street culture. Now I would say about the interview, I understand Thug from an emotional standpoint. Okay. I completely understand that. Every emotional way he feels about like how his friends ratted on him, how Gunna like snitched on him. I understand his viewpoint and how he feels about Gunna. My only problem with Thug and with society is that you guys are literally giving a lot more grace to Thug than Gunna. That's my only thing, to my personal opinion. I know me and Cheech went back and forth on this a lot heavy, is that I feel like you guys are kind of like making more excuses and giving a lot more grace, even down to the whole like, oh, take my number down, this is that. If Gunna did that, it would be World War III, because all this man said was yes ma'am, and you guys labeled him as a rat. And keep in mind, Young Thug is calling this person a rat, this person called Kid Cudi a rat, and then all of you're doing all this talking in an interrogation room with no lawyer. It looks a certain way.
Well, you also got to give context. Gunna was one of the first people, if not the second or first person, to take a plea deal.
I understand. And
Gunna did not see a courtroom.
And Thug took a plea deal as well. Everybody took a plea deal.
Thug took a plea deal after almost 3 years of being in jail. And the details of his plea were different, drastically different from what Gunna accepted. But anyway, let me start by saying, again, I'm a fair guy. Let me just say I'm a just guy because I believe in justice. I'm big on integrity. I'm big on loyalty. I'm big on friendship. I just feel like there's certain things you just don't do. I also feel like, again, I don't have a music issue with Gunna. Like, there's a bunch of tracks from his new album that I fuck with that are on my playlist. So, his talent is not into play. His artistry is not into play. His business acumen, his artistry, his team, and the way he strategizes is not into play. My problem is, you got involved with YSL,
the label.
You got signed by YSL, which was run and owned by street niggas. You are aware of what these guys do, their daily activities, because literally Young Thug said, you've been with me since 2015, damn near every day, recording music or just hanging out. You've been around the street niggas. You've been protected by the street niggas. You rapping about street shit. You embodying what a street nigga is, just for you to get caught up in everything and denouncing your affiliation with the people of the label that run the label, your friends, and you just said, oh, I was just an artist. Be that as it may, right? I feel like the way he moved about everything was fishy. Like, when you guys got caught up, you could have waited for a lawyer. You could have given... obviously, they're going to grill you. They're after Thug. They're not after you. Gunna, you have a clean rap sheet. You not a criminal. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't violated the law. So what's the rush to get out? I get it. You in jail. No one loves being in jail. You not in a palace. You want to go back home to your girl,
You're in a shithole.
to your mansion, to your cars, and to your lifestyle. I get that. But, bro, I just think there's something to be said. I think some compassion and some thought had to go through your head about, damn, like, let me see what I could do to hold the nigga that literally put me in this position to change my family's life today. You get what I'm saying? It just seems like you in there for 2 seconds. You ready to get out. You willing to do anything. Sell a kidney to get out. Jail is not fun. No, I'm not saying for him to serve. You know what? I'm going to serve the whole sentence with Thug. I'm going to beat it. That's not what I'm saying. I felt Thug in this interview on the emotional side because I feel like, yo, I didn't even consider you an artist. I consider you like a brother, like my little brother, like a friend. And we got caught up in some shit, and you knew you have all the means to get out. You gonna get out because you're not involved in none of this shit. Because your name is not in any of this paperwork. You didn't even bother to just wait it out, make the cops work for it. You just wanted to just give it to him right there on the platter. I just didn't respect that.
So I guess like because we're running out of time.
Because he could have exercised his constitutional right, shut the fuck up, and he could have been still out.
I understand that standpoint. I guess like the couple takes I'll try to say as fast as possible. But as far as like people, if you're like a regular citizen, you're doing exactly what Gunna did. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't believe that.
You're doing exactly what Gunna did. Because as a regular citizen that works a 9 to 5, keep in mind I'm not a rich nigga that lives in palaces, drives Rolls Royces, fucking mad models, this and that. You're used to a certain lifestyle. And when all that is stripped from you, you're getting put in freaking dirty ass Fulton County jail, probably in a major freaking holding cell with like 10 niggas, one freaking toilet, crack fiend right next to you throwing up on himself and shit. It's like, get me the fuck out of here as soon as possible. I completely understand that because he's not a street nigga. Now, as far as like my main issue with everything, as far as like what Thug said about Gunna is like, oh, you didn't send me no money, this and that. My main gripe
that was another thing.
I completely understand that point, but it's like, my nigga, how can I send you money if the second I'm out there, you see everybody freaking calling me rat, everyone don't want to link with me. I had to really start from the ground up. I had to go to freaking African artists to make hits. I can't go to Atlanta. A lot of niggas is just like had left them for dead and kind of taking his bags away from him. So how can I give you a bag if I can't make a bag? That's one thing. And my one thing I would say is like, damn, I wish we had more time, but Thug kind of lacked accountability throughout this interview for me. All I'm saying is because he's saying that, oh, bro, it's not even my fault. Woody did all that shit, and I'm saying
I'm fine with that. I agree.
And with the Woody shit is like, oh, so you claiming when Buddy is drilling for you, but you won't claim when you do dumb shit for you as well. That's one. And two, it's like, bro, I understand that like you calling him a rat for taking a plea, but you take a plea, and this just reminds. There's so much more it takes to say, but one thing I was saying as a closing argument is that like, the streets is a fucking myth. If you a street nigga and you still believe in street rules, I'm assuming that you believe in the truth theory too.
Yeah, I mean, my overall takeaway from this is I think Thug, included emotions and street logic to business. Clearly, Gunna strictly saw himself as an artist and he saw you as an opportunity. And he did what he did. Now, just move on. Just live for your kids. Start over. Drop some heat, and all this will be behind you. At the end of the day, I fuck with Thug. Yes, I agree.
I fuck with both. Yeah.
I love Gunna too. Like, I feel like Gunna has a integrity issue. I feel like Thug has an accountability issue. And overall, I would like to see Thug, healed, because there's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of hurt there. He feel betrayed by a lot of people that he used to hang around every day. Now he has nobody to kind of like talk to besides his girl and possibly his business partners and his label mates. So yeah, man, get some therapy, drop some heat, and we'll be right there getting the concert tickets and buying the album, man.
Exactly, and drop fucking music, please.
Yeah,
that's the fastest way to list blows over.
I really hope he drops a single this Friday because
something.
He's on the high right now. But mission accomplished. I don't think we overdid it today. If you'd like to revisit this conversation in private or next episode, we could do that.
I'm pretty sure it'll come up again next episode.
But I'm pretty sure something will happen between now and next episode that will require us to talk about this. But thank you for all the support. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, this is literally my outlet. One of the things that I do for fun to get out of my head, and this is like a therapy session for me as well. So thanks for coming to the TED Talk. I go by the name of Cheech, aka the curator of good vibes, and we would like to say rest in peace and also dedicate this episode to Swank. I think his funeral is this Saturday. He was a kind soul that literally wanted to make music, get money, indulge in some fun from time to time. Yeah, man, just gone way too soon.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a good spirit. I definitely remember that episode and what happened.
He brought
and
in.
The energy outside the studio of that episode. So
yeah,
for sure, man. Definitely, like, I hate seeing our young black brothers go so early, man. So I want to say rest in peace to Swank, man. May he live forever.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I go by the name of Cheech, aka the curator of good vibes, aka Mr. Fun Guy with consent, of course, and aka let's grind it out for the rest of the summer, man.
Of course, man. And I go by the name of Gary, aka Mr. Sneaker Convo. And what do we go by, man?
These are the aesthetics.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all next time.
I wish people could see the process of doing it.